Electric Ireland, that's smarter living.
The right cut at the right time can make all the difference. And now is that time. The mortgage masters at EBS have cut their fixed rate of interest to a low rate and get 2% of your new mortgage back in cash. Add that to their decades of dedication, focus, and expertise. Wow! A new low fixed rate and 2% back in cash makes EBS the mortgage masters.
This is Dennis.
Oh, yeah?
And this is Tweed. And when they get together, they do this. You could say these lads are at the top of their field.
That's a bad joke.
Sorry. So how much practice does it take to get this good?
I'd probably spend more time with Tweed than I do with my wife.
It gets better when you bring great together. Like Air's super fast fibre broadband plus powerful 4G mobile with a free Air Sports Pack and a Samsung smartphone. All for just €40 a month for the first 12 months.
That'll do, Tweed.
Air. Let's make possible.
Almost there, love.
Good boy. Everybody out! Come on, boys.
Careful, just watch the...
Taxi!
It might not be made here, but everything about a Skoda is made for Ireland.
Well, Paul Tadash, about Nishan, and the first thing we were just talking about there before you went to the break, JJ McDonough now up against Roy Sheehan. It might be the fight of the night.
It's unfortunate these two boys are meeting in the semi-final because this is probably the final here. They're meeting again. So as we mentioned earlier on about Roy Sheehan, he has 2 up on JJ McDonough already in the amateur ranks. But this is not an amateur fight, obviously, but it's still based around the 3 3-minute rounds. It's going to be a hard one. Obviously, Roy had a harder route to the semi-final with his having to fight hard for 3 rounds. I suppose look at JJ McDonough, he's a much fresher fighter. He punches hard. This is going to be a really interesting semi-final, and I'm hoping Roy gets through it, but I can't say for definite that he will.
You've left all objectivity on the fence really in this one, both of you. You're big fans of Roy.
Yeah, I mean, but you got to take every fight on its merits. You really do. It's easy to say, oh, these two could be in the final, or these would make a great final, or whatever. But at the end of the day, every single fight in this competition will bring its own test. You've got boxers, you've fighters, you've got punchers, you've got guys that move on the foot. So it's 3 rounds at a time, even 1 round at a time. You got to focus, you got to win. Roy's next fight is against JJ McDonough. JJ McDonough has been backed. He's been backed from, big price in the bookies right into favourite just before this competition started. So unless people know something that we don't know, we all know he packs a punch. We all know he's the most experienced in the competition. One thing that's going to cause JJ a bit of difficulty is the quickness of Roy's feet. JJ can hit you hard when you're standing in front of him, but Roy sometimes moves so dynamic. He's quick and he's got great plyometric movement, so he can jump in and hit you with fast hands and get back out and change direction. But he's going to have to be so composed for the 3 rounds if he's going to win this contest. It's all in the balance. It sets us up for this is a big fight.
Will Roy's feet though be able to be as quick this time around after the quarterfinal he's just been through?
The one thing about Roy Sheehan is he's super fit. He always was freakishly fit. Great legs. So there's no problem with him dancing down that ring for 12 rounds. Just a matter of avoiding those big shots. He got caught in his first fight there with silly punches. He doesn't need the same to happen in this fight. He needs to evade these big punches from McDonough, get his shots off, win the rounds. That's all he needs to do. He doesn't need knockouts. Win the rounds and get the win under his belt to get into the final. That's all we want from Roy.
Resilience obviously is a thing we often talk about in athletes, and it's a thing that they're both going to have to dig deep into reserves here. JJ, you would argue, he's coming in fresher. He'll be certainly physically fresher. Is he any mentally fresher?
Yeah, you just wonder, obviously knocking out somebody in the first round will give you a lot of confidence. I don't want to be disrespectful to Jared Healy or anything like that, but, he wouldn't have been one of the strongest opponents coming into this competition. He wasn't a seeded boxer. So, JJ can take a lot of confidence from it, knowing the fact that he has power. But in terms of an opponent, now against Roy Sheehan, it's a different level. But Roy is still very much a novice pro. He still has to learn a lot of pro tricks. Even though this is a 3-round format, JJ McDonagh will know a lot of tricks, and you might see them come into play here. So you're going to need to be highly focused, highly intelligent in this fight. We're going to see this fight is the top end of the ladder. This is top quality, because JJ as an amateur as well has won several Irish titles. He's multiple champion as Irish champion. He's southpaw as well, so that brings a different test. Roy's orthodox, but all through Roy's amateur career he said to me, I love boxing southpaws, Eric. He's up against a southpaw now. This is going to be great. This is going to be a great fight. Eric,
I think this is a case of it's a 50-50, and both of these guys know it's a 50-50 fight, and that's what's going to make it special. One mistake and someone's going to get punished. So total concentration is going to be needed by Roy and JJ in this fight. It could go all the way, but it's going to be tit for tat all the way through the 3 rounds. And as I said, Eric, both of these guys think they're going to win this fight.
And both of them have power as well. Both of them have power to finish it.
Yep.
JJ might have a bit more power. Roy has power, trust me. I've seen him knocking out a lot of guys in the amateur. But most of his power comes from his speed. If someone takes the Roy off the ball here for a second, they could be in trouble.
Well, Vela Feckle go much go on it, agus ag Sean Pombrano.
Shab de datasha gabati trad na hi agus galordine hartan shotur heavy kebu sa go mohashan komort tarfa Dublin scale JJ McDonagh Colt Cahir go John Joe Nevin eshin so tasatain hamagus on the Nevins agus the show gerfad someone car Gil Gara cup ta shed fit foot fad le khele ashin Roy Sheen marshin the Gansi Bon agus an Gansi da JJ McDonagh Kechon Frishalte agus Tasha Yakshamach Kedar Gerald Healy has been finished to Numed Sicha Shea second. But the King to Rollum knock in the session in Shaw Marta Sheehan award at them all is Kong and the Shannon Doody is Sheehan Kirdawan Kitrichinas one Chapelura studied Nere Welsh Nere Welsh Fairness Slovak a lot of onion trim Wogamas Trud and Shaw agus Sheehan Garach and Yalwai Mar Bendelucci or no she's Sheehan Logama Tower no more Marshin Chatin War follow the fight of a shot Maravina lads all legend warrior so far spike.
I think this is a quality quarter-final. Both lads numerous amateur national time champion. It's going to be quality fight. I think Roy Sheehan could have the psychological advantage having beaten JJ twice in the amateurs, but I think JJ has improved since then, and he's looking confident here now as he comes forward.
Yes, and he scored nicely there with the left hand to the jaw. He goes forward again. I think he's trying to finish off Roy as quick as he can, but 136 in the first fight against Gerald Healy, Ní Harlow Sheshin, Rudakeen Rollum, Roy Sheen, Leshingan Seabawn, Arnoy, Agus, JJ McDonagh, Hassan Mulling Car, Lesh on Yancy Ba, Mitogi Jarek, Sakamach Lawyer, Takumon Dornali, Ankhamo, Dracha Dornali, Ankhasudan Holker, John Joe Nevin, Lauren Anya, Saston, Gamoran score on to Falls by Gma Pager. JJ na scored Nice Fort on no coffee some gate about very cagey first round.
It's pretty cagey round, right, yeah. Sure. JJ McDonagh might be edging it, but it landed a better quality shot so far.
Yeah.
But there's not much in it.
No, Sheehan started the first fight kind of slow, but there's no doubt about it, he came on, but the experience.
I think JJ McDonagh might be a little bit fresher as well, having had the first round.
Of course, that's very important, psychologically as well as everything else. First in, Sicha Hoff, second quarter, John Jassachin, Scored Sheen, JJ, it's Nishta, Tá Vishur Beidir Fáte, Roy Sheen, Ní scored on Shanagan, Chanardi, Shantradin, Trisha, Halaganafan, Keshashir Hall, and Chin, McDonagh, Tá Fih second Fáki, Sungay Bautis, Jackery Shaw, Iskara, O'Hale, Darid, Tatada, and Beidir Mota scored JJ McDonagh against Dove, and Chin, Lauren on Roy Sheen went to Hyundai Hildara, and Lily Hegala, that she had her father, child, see the third hockey at home. Get out the shake hands. What do you think?
It's a respectful round from both men. I think they're a bit too respectful of each other. Both a bit cagey. Neither man landing too many shots. Maybe McDonagh might have landed one or two more, but it was very, very hard to split them.
But they can't be too cagey. the next 2 rounds, because it could be all over before one of them knows it, you know. We're too far ahead.
I think it's a small bit of a clash of styles. They're both very experienced amateur fighters. Well, JJ is a southpaw. Roy likes fighting against southpaws, and they're both trying to keep it on the outside and just. They're kind of. I think it might be a bit of a habit that they have because they fought twice before, and they might be reverting back to the kind of amateur style known as only 3 rounds. Both men are a bit afraid to commit and lose points and lose a round, because they both know losing a round will be a big problem.
We all saw what JJ did in the first. Would Roy be thinking about that and, you know,
I think
give him a chance?
Roy is a lot more accomplished fighter than Jared either, so I don't think he'd fear being knocked out.
Akin, out the door. Round 2. Number 3. Agus na tíochta má hanske pi go tá JJ dúirt an cána leis a ghilchin cín. 3 all beidir an treid seo ag tíoch nóach mar bhína lads ráir fád ar nói tá siad an bheitseáil sa go deo. Dúirt sa smó beidir bhfuil taithí ach go bin seo. Neidir cleacht ag Roy Sheen in seo ar an Stad náisiún. National Boxing Stadium in seo. Tógú míide John Desley Sheen in sin. For sé siar in the sala.
Good straight right there from Roy Sheen.
Yeah, lovely one. Yeah.
And I like that right uppercut he throws to the body. It's a good shot against the southpaw. He hasn't managed to land it yet, but if it does land it, it'll be a tough one to take for McDonough.
Would he be better off to box at long range now?
I think they're both trying to keep it at long range. I think McDonough should commit himself a bit more and throw more punches and
throw caution to the wind.
Yeah, I think so. I think he'd be better off.
Yeah. Tá sé munchin lára ná an ríist agus McDonough. You know, even sé brenn chamagus bhí sé Niger Hebe ar éanach siod fear difriú. An taithí ag Roy Sheen and méid críomhacha éireann san amatéireacha tá buite go 31 go gairmúil. Tháinig sé leis agus scóráin se go deasan sin níos. Gan deasan sin Roy Sheen a bhí sin íochtar Roy Sheen níos tá JJ níos tá trid ag JJ níos Roy Sheen scoring beautifully.
By staying on the outside, McDonough's playing into the hands of Roy Sheen, and I think Sheen's nipping this round now. McDonough's starting to get a bit frustrated and swing wild, you know, and as I say, staying on the outside.
Well, McDonough's trying to get on the inside, he's finding it hard.
Sheen is growing in confidence now, I can see. And McDonough's beginning to become frustrated.
Yeah. So Sinead Marshall gan fáchaíach núméid agus 10 second san dára bouta seo. Caleis bheits bray maile ta cant ag deire na troda seo. Nei se cant a JJ McDonough no Roy Sheen. Ta se lára dáin agus tá Sheen a tíochtí sládire. Tran ceartag spike, men out fleet. Ta se breanó níos ládire na agus caha JJ stói hiachta má. Agus cholle hands a hoigal. Lord be gan níos an sinnig. Lára náine. Tá sé iníonna chéim. Íon deachta. Carach a second fáchaí an sin. Agus tá Roy. Tá wintin cin barach a hero. Cahan JJ sas na náine. Pein sin a dhí. Oh, níos tá sé a cant a chéile. Níos tá sé a réib a chéile. A lot of talking going on
Heating up in there now.
It is.
Sheen is growing in confidence again.
Yeah. I think the more
good shot from McDonough there. It was a good body shot by McDonough.
Yeah.
But I think he showed Sheen a bit too much respect, and maybe he's leaving a little bit too late. He's going to have to have a much better third round. I think Sheen has won this one.
Yeah, Sheen. Cunyan amach, long range, law of father, gig, law of father. Need check out a McDonough in the staff. And the Tasha going in the shake. Will McDonough. I can't McDonough. Second shot. Oh,
that was a slip. That was a slip.
And there's Titty Law on you. Shin Teddy. Out the shin. What a finish in that round, my God almighty.
I think Sheen nipped that round, and I think, as I said, McDonough played into the hands of Sheen and stayed on the outside. That suits Roy Sheen because he's got good footwork and good amateur skills, and he's picking off the points, and I think he's won that round. And McDonough's going to have to change his tactic coming into the last round.
I think Ray Milett beside us here as well, ready to jump in after the fight. I think he thinks
I think
his scales are tipping in favour of Roy Sheen.
Like the lads in the studio, and myself and Ray, we were good friends with Roy, and we were actually at his wedding there before the Christmas, or Roy was at Ray's wedding before Christmas, and you know, I think Ray is a big Roy fan.
Yeah. So Martin, Flora Braha, Aaron Seababouta. There isn't much between them. It all depends on the third. There was some into the round.
I think I have Sheen ahead at the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
McDonough needs a big round.
On a horse race, Sheen O'Malley Falky, JJ McDonough, as Mullen Carr, some out the Camish. No, Roy Sheen as all E. On the Samuel Lynch, would she in the kappa. They did big on in Frankin. Kinte, Besha get a Fanach the Machanish, YJJ, on Law of Father, Gate of Father, on Balls Clay, Rollamach on the Ascalachay, Hasha Temple, Cassim JJ Temple, you know, he'll score on Tincho Falls, Father the Kayla, Barabak Father Ed Loch, they go to Seg Sheen, Wiltshire, Begoni and Hunky, Toss like JJ, Lukasha Shansame Hogel, because all Hunky. Trial Khan on, Chanel on, and Jopper in your chest.
Some good jabs there from McDonough's a bit better, but he needs to start throwing a bit more.
He does, but he has to open up soon.
He doesn't do it.
Throw caution to win, go for it.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah.
He'll be very disappointed with himself if he goes back to the locker room if he doesn't put in more effort here in this.
There's a totally different play to Gerald Healy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gerald Healy and Roy Sheehan are in completely different leagues.
Yeah. So, McDonough, JJ McDonough. Sling some Gansi and some Leash the dog. I guess a Leash Cahinche Sheehan Chontalum and Chin.
There was another slip.
Yeah, another slip. He down to be on Sheehan a Pinyol going in him. Sheehan on fish dead far. Ikino, Ikelo, a score
good counter right hand from Roy Sheehan there again.
And a beauty. It is!
McDonough is playing into his hands again at the moment, I think.
Yeah, because Tantama, he's wasting time as well when he goes down. The clock doesn't stop here, 1 minute 20. No mid, for his second pocky, Sun Thread Shaw, Saw Thread, should he thread the heath here? I guess, Laura Kappa, by Skiak of Arnoy. About the Canish by Skiakob. He's a hit gun on the bar back. 3 in the head in their shoe.
A bit better from McDonough there now.
Yeah, it's getting closer now. Horny's spreading you that hard on. Iorga Sheehan made a couple of times and scored all kicked those star. Quick a second pocket and shot. Roy Sheehan a cap of the made it will go and jump like away. I guess it is. And she know. She's in a kick. Here go now and she McDonough. Get a thread on. Sheehan, come on to Kildara around Chin, a summer on Lord Clay, McDonough Fad, a Siachto Gama, Basic Gahak Siachto Comancha, I was Dakara, Figure Hawk second hockey, Sun Fred shot, Mulling Cow,
Sheehan is using his good footwork again, being elusive, and I think he could be nipping this round again, possibly.
Hook second day, Falky and Shaw. Beda Kanu Roel, why Sheehan is Garucha on the thread shot. McDonough, the Suli Fion and the Hoganish, Kalkana John Jordan.
Good job there.
Get a Honish there. Candas Sheehan. So Sheehan Beda. Candas by Sheehan. He's in the Yachter and Chin. Count on the way Sheehan. Again, in the fight. Town Clog, a Gala Walla. Town Clog, a Gala Walla. Pugin she had Barrow go Kayla. Agus Kempo nach Durach, Kanisha Letza, nach my moron, Acharenos. There has to be a winner, it has to be called. And the head of the judges, Tommy Van, I'd say, would like that fight himself. No, Mickey,
It's a close fight, and I think Sheehan nicked it. McDonough didn't do enough in the end. I think he'd be disappointed in himself. I think he's got a lot more to offer than what he showed tonight.
Okay, lads, and that's the cap on the lads.
Just picking up something there that Spike said during the first bout, it was nearly that they showed too much respect to each other in the first round.
I think when it comes down to two lads like with the caliber, this serious caliber that the boys produced tonight, it's tit for tat, and it's very, very hard to get a shot off. We see it here in the replay here. Southpaw again against Roy. It's very hard to nail McDonough clean. But Roy boxed. It was a close first round. Could have went either way. It could have even been a draw the first round, as Eric mentioned. I thought Roy won the second round fairly comfortably, but that last round, the two of them are so cautious to commit, and when you're not going to commit, nothing happens. So unfortunately, the last round was a bit of a bummer, but it was tit for tat. I think Roy probably scored one shot at the last round and probably nicked the fight. I'm hoping he's after getting the decision, but it was a very, very cautious fight right from the first bell, because the two boys know how good they are, and the respect is there, so it'll be interesting to see what the result is there now.
Here we go now, we'll soon find out.
I think
this decision seems to be a while
coming.
Ladies and
gentlemen, please show your appreciation for both fighters. They gave us a great semi-final. At the 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge 1 scored this bout 28 points to 29. Judge 2, 27 to 30, and Judge number 3, 28 to 29 points. Declaring your winner by unanimous decision, fighting out of the blue corner, Roy Sheehan! Roy now advances to our final.
Roy Sheehan, what an introduction to Irish boxing. Back into Irish boxing again. This country was starved with that talent. What are you after displaying there?
Sorry,
what are you after displaying there? That's the best Irish boxing we've seen in a long time.
It was always there. Just need a bit of fine tuning the last few weeks. And hope it's all coming back together tonight. Just because I want it. I really want this tonight, you know. That's 2 fights out of 3. I want the last one now. To make my last few weeks worthwhile, you know. It's been a tough out few weeks.
How much would this mean to win Last Man Standing? Is it about the money or is it about the pride?
No, well, it's about the pride, of course. I don't train to lose. I don't fight to lose, the same as yourself. I'm here to win and go further. If this wins, it's a stepping stone for further things.
To describe that fight, it was like chess mixed with Russian roulette. You know, there was tit for tat. The right hand seemed to do the damage for you against the southpaw.
Yeah, well, I knew I was going for tit for tat coming into this. I know JJ from the amateurs. I'll be boxing the amateurs very same way as we fought before, tit for tat. The backhands, who catches each other the most, the backhands and that. JJ's a very strong fella, very strong. You know, I don't even know how he makes the weight. He's massive. But I always have good fights with JJ. I'm full of respect for him. He's a true friend, true gent.
Roy Sheehan, best of luck in the final.
Thanks, Ray.
Well, fannig si bouta ítach a chin, tá bouta leachánach a bháin na teachta, fannig in héisiú brisise.
Graham proved himself to be an outstanding leader, and it was lovely to see it. And he was different, but he was a great leader.
His ability to dodge a player with a sidestep, and just once he took off, they were all trailing in his wake. There wasn't a hope of catching him.
I didn't fear anybody going out on the pitch, and I was always confident that I was, you know, going to get the upper hand of whoever I was marking.
Lechrogail, Graham Garrity, Zikadin at TG Kaz.
The Virgin Media Full House Bundle, where awesome entertainment comes together. Watch must-see movies with Sky Cinema and action from Sky Sports. Plus, loads of unmissable box sets, on demand, and more. And it all comes with Ireland's fastest in-home Wi-Fi. The Full House Bundle, just €99 a month for 12 months. Search Virgin Full House.
The Hyundai 181 Discover Why event, March 1st to 16th. Discover the all-new Hyundai i30 Fastback. Discover a choice of 5 years free servicing, 3.9% APR finance, or scrappage of up to €4,000. The Hyundai 181 Discover Why event must end March 16th. See Hyundai.ie for details. Hyundai, discover why.
You're a big lad, Tariq.
Good. Well done, man.
And we're down, we go.
Who we are is how we play.
A boy spoke up in class one day. "Teacher, your voice sounds really strange." She went to a consultant.
Thyroid cancer.
2 tumours were removed.
The treatment was out of this world.
Her radioactive therapy meant an isolation unit for days on end.
That was hard. I'm a real hugger. I never had to worry about anything. It was all covered under VHI.
Soon she returned to what she did best.
I'm flying. Back teaching and bossing everyone.
This is Catherine.
And I'm glad I'm with VHI Healthcare.
I am somewhere in Mexico. A
I've been kidnapped!
This is really bad timing.
They want 5 million wired to an account.
You tell whoever's got you, there is no deal unless they come way down on the price. What?
I almost feel bad for the guy.
You work for bad people. I don't think you can survive that.
Gringo, in cinemas March 9th.
Tá bouts yeah, cean sé le fócián agus ar Schmidt, Chris Blaney, Expectation, a towards I or Jack Cullen, Fionn Couplin. We can't go without discussing what Roy Moylan said there. You might be able to explain it to us here. A game of chess, I think he said, crossed with Russian roulette. What do you think he meant by that?
Well, this fight was a very high tactical fight. It was a fight of game plan, nerve, thinking about what the other's going to do, trying not to go too early in case you go prematurely and get caught. So that's what he meant. It was pure kind of a cat and mouse. And the Russian roulette that he spoke about was if you do go that bit too early and JJ, let's say Roy goes early and JJ times his attack and meets him with the same punch, it can be knockout. And that's the price you have to pay, and vice versa with JJ. But Roy had it tactics spot on, and it's one of the best performances I've seen from him in years.
And that's the trouble, timing is so crucial. You only have the 3 rounds.
But let's not kid ourselves here. Roy Sheehan has been out of the ring for 2 years, almost 2 years. So to come back now and beat someone like JJ McDonough, I know it was a close fight, but that was about wit, that was about balls, excuse me language. It was about getting in there and mixing it and living right on the edge. That tit for tat stuff was going on. And it was mind games as well, and fair play to Roy, you get out the far end of it. But again, he's been out 2 years, to come back in and get a scalp like that under his belt, that can only propel him now into the final, full of confidence and raring to go. Looking at the other semi-final now, the lads getting into the ring, you know, you've Cullen and you've
Chris Blaney.
You know, it's an interesting semi, but I think Roy is just that bit. He has levels. He's talking about levels, and I think Roy now is in the driving seat here now to win this competition.
There are, like you said, different levels, but perhaps these two might be a bit fresher nearly coming in. But is that going to make a difference to Roy, who's gone the hard way, but it doesn't seem to be knocking anything out of him?
Look, I know there's a lot of talk here, you know, about different people, their strengths and their weaknesses and never, but in relation to Roy, let's say, I've never seen him in better shape. I really haven't. I know the sacrifices he's made over the last, I'd say, 10 weeks. I know he gave up his job. I know he trained twice a day, 5-6 days a week. And I know he had to travel up and down to Dublin for all of those days from Athy. And he kept at it, he ploughed away, and he never stopped believing. And he even said it to me, he said, Eric, I've never felt this fit in my whole life. He's taking it one step at a time as well. He's not, even that win there, he's not letting it go to his head. You can see how composed he was. He spoke very mannerly as well and gave his due respect to JJ McDonough, rightly so. But he's the one that's standing out for me on this whole show as someone that's remaining composed. But he still has one more fight to go, obviously.
And there's one more semi-final to go. How do you think this one's going to go?
To be honest, I can't really call this one. Fair play to Blaney. He's going well. He had an interesting quarter-final. He got through it fairly okay. But I think, you know, he's going to have to pull it out of the bag here to beat this guy. This fella is fairly decent as well, Cullen. Long and rangy, very, very tall for the weight. Lacks that bit of power. But if he mixes up again with Blaney, and Blaney is his own worst enemy, I think. You know, he's with Ricky Hatton. He's supposed to be learning all these new tricks. Ricky Hatton being the world champion, but he still needs to develop more. And I think, you know, that could be his fault, you know. I don't know, I can't call this one, to be honest with you, Eric.
One word, Eric.
Look at the height difference, you can see already. I think Christopher Blaney has the ability to win, but he needs to up his game from his last performance.
Well, Bela Feckal, the dash out to the East Yon
Hello, Martin, Chris Blaney, he's a lot of edition shot, Agus, no, on Dishte Dubed, Agus, Kayla Coricus Bolton, Chine, Jack Cullen, Vader and Sulang the boot, Jack Cullen, and good evening or good afternoon, whatever time it is, to Conor McGregor, who is watching us, I think, in America's Bike. This will be interesting.
Yeah, it's been an interesting fight. I think Blaney is a bit similar to Nick Quigley, the chap that Cullen beat in the quarter-final first. I think Blaney goes into this one as favourite, but I can see Cullen causing an upset.
Martin, he had a second gun. Bouts shot, agus Cullen Goma, some trade to Bouts, Carol Canish for Sher Father Movement when he would go made to Shabult to his out of on. The Kalma Blaney in your foot Shakamagus, Tasha Non. Son, but Carol Canish couple contest scored out in Chinega Martian Hain from Mumed the one, Pacha, Zeno Med, Falky, Unshaw, Agus Roy Sheehan. He and I Cahed 1-4 to win the title at this.
Yeah, he certainly looks the favourite to me at this stage. I think Cullen would have the better chance of the two of these lads against Sheehan. I think Sheehan is a hot favourite for sure.
Yeah, 1-4.
It was a good right there from Cullen.
Right. And Sean by Cullen. Stachtir having Giel and Chin. Lenny Oglehin Beganin Uskulta. Unshaw Afrug Cullen Gahal and yet. He really is built like a boxer, isn't he? Cullen. Beautiful.
He is. He's built to fight at range that will suit him, and I think Blaney's got to get close.
Yeah.
But when he gets close, he's got to leave go of his shots, but which he hasn't been doing.
Neil Shade had Gamora Fata. Oh, the Anna took it you. He done the
good left hook from Cullen, and Blaney just wobbled for a minute there, looked a bit shaky on his legs.
So Ricky Hatton the Rollish, Tuggle Gray, Tuggle Desray. Oh,
it was a great
lovely one. And Blaney, good one.
Cullen's having great success with his left hook. He shot a really good left hook. He had the same against Quigley. He marked Quigley up in the first round on the right eye, and he's showing very well again in this semi-final.
Arshin Katafaki, Takaraku, second Faki, son Gade Voutasha, Agus Cullen. When King Gadisha, score on the pointy, one, Augustine Moran Bolter, Agus Feharai, Rachasat Padida, Achul Moran Bolter Harbe. Okay, here, Nick, a hall in your park. Kaha Blaney, what a kinty on the free shot. Fair second, a Faki Gaspa, on winning a Gaidi. Cullen getting away, confident by the second. He's got there.
It's quite a good first round. It's going Cullen's way. He landed a good right hand a couple of moments ago.
Yeah.
Blaney answered back with his own though, and it's a good fight. But Cullen is nipping it with the superior boxer from the outside, and Blaney's loading up a bit now and swinging a bit wildly, getting a bit desperate. He knows this round is slipping away.
Yeah, he probably does. That's a point indeed that he knows. He's probably lost that round, and that psychologically is so important, that first round.
In these 3-round formats, guys get frustrated and start swinging wildly when they know they're losing a round, because they know it's vital to win every round in these contests.
Yeah. Ricky Hatton there in the corner.
Yeah, my good friend Ricky, we're good friends for many years now. We are indeed, and multi-times world champion, and I'm looking forward to following in his footsteps and taking part in big fights in Vegas now, which Ricky, I think he had the biggest following that ever went to Vegas when he fought Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. I want to ask you about young, as I call him, young Eubank. How is he going?
Chris Eubank, yeah, he got beat there by George Groves in the Super Series, and I actually done a little bet on George Groves in the bookmakers. I was confident he beat him. And
you know what they say, you'll never be good as your dad. And thought about and show. Jack Cullen as Bolton, August the Magadama. Good chef and keen at Chris Blaney as Real Ferriston. Ricky Hatton told Rawlish. Ricky Hatton, he said of Luna, they're going to Nishkinchin, Sagunia, August say, oh, Lana, and Shaw, that's got all of Tada Sagunia, Gishkiradish, now Tada. Oh, Kamach and Log Cleation, the Holland in Yekin, Cullen. Steed all in again. Steed yes. Studied a Hanyok Shalet. Had wout in the Stafiki, and Tanin, Captain Naramora, come ahead. Forget about the Carol Canish of Hanishin Shaw, Edrichis with your effective with your goal, Steel all in Fad Cullen Caha, Blaney, Dusha Finish, in Doubtfully. All the scores, most of the scoring has been done by Cullen.
Yeah, he's doing the superior boxing, definitely.
Yeah.
And he's going to move to 11-0, I believe, after this fight.
Yeah.
So he'll face Roy Sheehan in the final. And so it'll be...
could be a great fight if he's there, but it's...
I think he will. I fancy him at this stage.
Do you fancy him against Sheehan even?
No, I don't fancy him against Sheehan, but it'll be a good scalp for Roy Sheehan in the final to be taken undefeated.
As the lad said, out of boxing for a good few years, Roy Sheehan. That's what the good share. Sancho. A chance of Cullen, and then to Trotter, the licht on neither side of the deal. Get the foul no on, did it. Hullahor took us plan in the Yachta. Blaney, Philahod, Baited, Hundred, some Treadshot, Moicha second Forky, some Dor Bout and Shog. Shinne on Gansi, on Bleached Dove, agus Brat Mahéran ag Blaney Gael Perishte is Ricky Hatton a chuin agus an sin Jack Cullen as a handball starting as Kiddamanton a handball Jack Cullen as Bolton or Noe Hall assassin. No matter one Fáki gan mór an action Harley da ríd is rá Cullen again on thread is glynne score on na pointy gan innig. I have Blaney Shansony Hogarlanish. Blaney has to go for it.
Fair play to Blaney, he's shown a lot of courage and he's coming back in this round and you know he's leaving it in the ring, but he's getting caught a little bit there again. But he's coming back as well with his own shots. It's a good fight. And there he goes again. It's a very entertaining fight. The crowd are going wild.
Getting a bit closer now.
Right. What a shot from Cullen.
What a beautiful shot from Cullen.
Great shot.
Right on the button.
Lovely right to the chin.
Yeah.
Dropped Blaney, I think, for the first time in his career.
My God. So this is the big turning fight.
Oh, he got caught again.
Yeah. Oh my God. This is the turning point in this fight. There's no doubt about it. If ever there was a turning point, Shahay, 10 second Fáki. Will Blaney not bomb?
He looks a little unsteady on those legs still.
Yeah.
I think a left hook might do him.
Yeah. Oh. Will he come out for the third? I suppose he will, but
he'll come out
he's
for
in
the
trouble.
Third, right, but he's looking a bit shaky on those legs.
My God, she is shaky.
That's a big
he is very, very, very disappointed. That was a beautiful shot to the chin, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's 3 rounds behind now and only 1 round left, so he needs a knockout now at this stage, Blaney, and I can't see it coming personally. I think if anything, it'll go the other way.
We'd love to see that punch again, see how it materialised. It was,
There's a good right hand over the top on the, right in the chin.
Yeah. There, I
think Blaney is swinging a bit wildly and he gets caught himself.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, you got to try. Yeah, this is it. He's trying his utmost.
He wasn't very badly hurt. He had a smile as he was sitting on the canvas, a bit more disappointed.
But that's the fight gone.
And this format, the 3 round fight,
he
leaves him in big trouble.
I mean, that's a 10-8. So, in and out fight. Yeah. Now, will Rudikeen Fáki egg Blaney? Has he something left? Has he one big punch left? Words that advice. Here he goes swinging in. Cahish has scored all. He goes in. He'd give it his all. There's no doubt about it. He only
left hook from Cullen again.
Yeah.
I think we could very well see a knockout here.
Yeah.
The way Blaney's coming in swinging wildly, I think he's going to get caught again.
Yeah.
He caught Cullen with one of his own there.
Be caught again, unless he lands one big one. There's always the possibility.
There's always the possibility. He's a strong lad, Chris Blaney, so he has the possibility. Couldn't write him off, but it's going to be hard to get.
It's going to be very hard. And of course, Cullen could be played cagey now from now on.
He should
reach out because he's ahead.
He has the fight won now at this stage. If he just plays a cagey and conserves his energy for the final, that's what I'd be doing right now if I was him. But he's getting involved with a bit of a tear-up, entertain the crowd, which
of course,
pretty senseless really, from his perspective.
Yeah. So
which it's suiting Blaney, but it's Blaney's only chance.
Yeah.
Is a tear-up, but it mightn't work out too good for him.
Yeah. Well, Shane, Cullen coming to the mark and keen for no assassin. Thought about it. So Cahill Blaney, Ilyaga the Machanish, but I should get a vessel out the Canish. And Roy Cullen, so Jack Cullen for Lohed, Roy Sheehan or Noy, some out the Canish. Oh, come on, and the other way, Cullen Reach, Roy Cullen picking him up.
I think Cullen's getting involved a bit too much, and he should really try to conserve his something for the final because he's got a hard task ahead of himself in the final.
But it's very hard not to do this, isn't it?
Well, the way Chris Blaney is coming forward and put him under pressure, it's hard not to throw back, but I'd throw less if I was him.
No matter agus 10 second Fáki, no matter agus 10 second Fáki and Shaw, agus come sheet Taki Machari and Osman, cousin Ray Todd and Shaw, Kasha, he's in Chin Town, come sheet Taki Mach, agus Kasha Hashi, some Bukiadishke, Taki Mach, for a sheer in the veil at Eastige, agus Beckham, out the head tachtway, Cullen's orders to say, can it, keep it easy.
They're giving him the right advice. He needs to contain and save as much energy as he can for Sheehan. Because as I said, he's got a very tough task ahead of him in the final. But fair play to Chris Blaney, hats off to him. He's not giving up. He's continued to look for that knockout punch. And he's shown a lot of guts in there because he's been hurt a few times.
Yeah. Well, the footwork now, footwork a hall in Sheehan, absolutely. Dancing around, Blaney desperate in the last 20 seconds. Foul the wall, one big punch to finish it off. Scores well there. Punjas paid it chin.
Another good left hook from Cullen.
Beautiful boxer. He really
very good.
A lovely boxer. KG now, 3 seconds. There's no doubt about it. Baisha bouts get on. Club Wullock and Spike.
I didn't know Jack Cullen before he came into this tournament, but he showed me some good skills tonight, and I like his style.
Yeah, so
good fighter.
Cullen, without a doubt.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, he's going to get it 30 points to 26.
Yeah. Okay,
Jack Cullen really was in charge there.
Wow, great performance from Jack Cullen right from the start. He didn't give Clancy an inch. Really good performance, solid. Used his height well, great jab. Used his distance this time. His first fight he stood toe to toe with his opponent, but this time he used his reach, he used his distance, and he was picking off Clancy at will. It's a great win, and it's going to be a fantastic final.
Jack Cullen really come of age there tonight. You know, I'm telling you, he has boxed the last two opponents, Chris Bellini and Nick Quigley. Two guys who know their boxing, and Jack Cullen came in here. Not many people knew him. He's a 9-0. Nobody really heard of him. He was more of a prospect than a contender. But whatever happens, this guy's going to have a great future because he's only 24 years of age. I think he's won that fight. He showed heart, he showed grit, he showed determination. To be fair to Blaney, he came out in the last round and knew he needed to knock this guy out to get something from the contest. But just when Chris Blaney came into the centre of the ring, caught Cullen with a brilliant shot over the top, and Evan Kent said, whoa, you know, maybe he's going to do it. And again, Jack Cullen just came back and met firepower with firepower. Great heart, great fitness, great determination. And I said at the start that he hasn't gotten a snap in his punches. Well, he's developing it now right before our eyes. Very, very good, good opponent.
So maybe he just had to warm up.
I was calling him Clancy's Blaney, obviously, but his defence tonight in that fight was non-existent. He was getting caught way too easy, way too often.
Please show your
and obviously, here's the result now.
They gained everything. After 3 great rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All judges scored this bout 29-27 in favor of your winner. Fighting out of the blue corner, Jack Cullen. Jack now advances to the final.
Jack, what another incredible performance. How did you felt at home in there? You looked at home anyway. How did you feel?
Yeah, I felt good. Did a bit more boxing. This round, it's all about winning it, innit?
You didn't look to be getting tired in there. You looked to be coming on strong in the last round, even though you had the knockdown in the second. You didn't need to be using excess energy, but you still took it to him.
Yeah. Well, I still feel fit. Can't wait for the next round.
Your boxing skill, fitness, everything. You've shown your true colours here, and you've definitely gained a lot of Irish fans from here. Anyone that's in the stadium definitely knows that, and it's going to be a massive final between yourself and Roy Sheehan, where skill and will and the will to want is going to take over. What can you bring to the table?
I'm going to bring the fitness and the strength, and all in the head, innit? It's all in your head.
Well, if you keep doing what you're doing, absolutely fine. Best of luck, brother.
Well, Sinead is tá about Camish in his tacht Nissan Fanigin in the Trish and the Chicago Progress the show.
InsureMyVan.ie. Trusted by van drivers nationwide.
InsureMyVan.ie. At Permanent TSB, we've made a breakthrough. With a mortgage that offers you 2% cashback at drawdown and now 2% cashback on your repayments every single month. So you can keep doing this, go on doing this, and this. Or in years to come, maybe even this. Because with 2% cash back at drawdown and 2% cash back on your monthly repayments, it's the mortgage that keeps giving, so you can keep living. Get more from your mortgage. Visit permanenttsb.ie to book your appointment today. Permanent TSB. Keep going.
The complete Opel Insignia lineup. Stunning design, dynamic performance, and German technology. Book a test drive with the Insignia Grand Sport, Sports Tourer, or Country Tourer at your Opel dealer. Opel. The future is everyone's.
Wiping germy surfaces with a dishcloth could be just as bad as doing this. But Dettol wipes kill 99.9% of bacteria and viruses.
I never thought I'd see the day when over 3,000 children in Ireland will be homeless. But that is the heartbreaking reality we face today. Join Focus Ireland in the fight against homelessness by donating as little as €4. Text HOME to 57666 and donate by phone. Please text HOME to 57666 now.
Filling, moving, creating memories. That's food. And with Benecol, your food can do even more. The plant stanols in Benecol help your cholesterol fall by 7 to 10%. Plant stanols in Benecol, a smart way to lower your cholesterol. Just one little bottle of our new yogurt drinks every day will help your food do more. Now also available with no added sugar.
At Tesco, we have no time for waste. And thanks to your help, we now donate surplus food from Tesco stores to 300 good causes across Ireland each week. That's nearly 5 million meals donated so far. We are proud to serve our community and want to say a sincere thank you to our community partners, suppliers, Tesco colleagues, and to all of you who've supported us to date. And with your continued help, we can do even more. Tesco, every little helps.
InsureMyVan.ie. Trusted by van drivers nationwide.
InsureMyVan.ie.
Well, Paul Tadash in Shawtha about to Canish, Zarna Lecha Intach Osar God in Joffi on Kuppanumet. Ach, Erdus, Brandenburg Cherish, Erin Gliffe, Erin Mountain Lachandishin. We weren't really finished there talking about Jack Collins nearly bursting on the scene there. We weren't, I don't want to say we weren't expecting much, but we didn't know much. We know a lot more now.
We didn't, but you know what's really funny? Chris Blaney brought Jack Cullen into his sparring camp just 2 or 3 weeks ago to prepare for Roy Sheehan. Chris Blaney believed Jack Cullen could help him, with sparring to beat Roy Sheehan. And then, of course, last week, Jack Cullen gets a call to come into the tournament himself. So now he's after just turning the books around. He's beat the number 4 seed. I know Nick Quigley wasn't seeded, but he beat one of the guys that boxing people thought would be up there. He beat Nick Quigley, and he's beat the number 2 seed in Chris Blaney. Roy Sheehan has beat the number 1 seed. JJ McDonough sets up for a great final. I still do think Roy will beat him because and I'm not being biased. I think Roy has the abilities as a boxer that I've seen, that I've witnessed with my own 2 eyes to win this competition, to beat everybody. But he has to perform, and he is performing tonight. Whatever happens with Jack Cullen, he's going to go on to bigger and better things, because beating Quigley and Blaney here tonight he'll reap the rewards of that. He's going to progress in his career massively.
It might be a lesson for us all as well, perhaps tempting fate, bringing a sparring partner in who then ends up coming in and trumping you. Yeah, it's unfortunate, look, but that's the way it goes. And according to Roy now, he's happy enough now. He's sitting back, he's relaxing, he knows who he has to beat now. He's had the hard side of the draw, obviously beating JJ McDonough. But this is going to be another fight of tactics. And I think Roy Sheehan, with his legs again, we're going back to those legs again. I wish I had those legs myself. Great pair of legs, he's going to be in and out, and he's not going to allow Cullen land any shots. You see Cullen in his first fight, he liked to stand toe-to-toe and mix it up. He showed a little bit of, I suppose, distance in his last fight there against Blaney. But for Roy Sheehan, Roy won't be there long enough for Cullen to land shots, and that's what we're going to see here, I feel, anyway. I'm not being biased, like Eric said. I don't want to be biased either.
But Roy is the man here now tonight, and please God he gets across the line and we get that win.
And I suppose that's where the tactics come into it, I suppose, and that's where experience comes into it. You learn your tactics over the years.
Over the years, you know, it's quickness, quick feet, quick hands, change of direction, keeping your opponent thinking, keeping him busy, you know, keeping his mind busy.
And I think actually we have a voice from the ringside. I think Ray is standing by ringside as well. Give his opinion. How's he getting on there, Ray?
Yeah, we're all good. Thank you very much. Looking forward to this final.
How do you think it's going to go?
Yeah, it's definitely a surprise final with Jack Cullen. I was expecting Blaney to come through that one, as I didn't know how good or bad Jack Cullen was, but he's after showing his true colours there. I think it's a real testament to skill. The two lads are two counter-punchers, long range, very clever boxers. You know, I think the real fight fans now are in for a big treat. There's not going to be rushing in and no falling. It's going to be real boxing skill that's going to win this tournament, and I think it's a real privilege to be part of this night. It's a super night.
You're right there by the ring, so you can obviously see, you know, is it going to be power or is it going to be tactics that's going to win this final?
Definitely tactics. The two guys they're counter punchers looking from where I'm looking from, but the two of them can bang too. But I think it's skill is going to take this fight. I expect it to go 3 rounds, and I think the 3 rounds are going to be close. But as the lad said in the studio there, I think Roy Sheehan's amateur skill is going to shine through, even though Jack Cullen has already surpassed any of my expectations anyway.
Well, we're looking forward to hear how you get on down there. Tactics again, he's big onto his tactics, Ray, there as well. It's going to be the tactics that's going to win it.
It's going to be tactics all the way, and Ray is right. Like, you know, it's great to be a part of it. It's great for us to witness such high caliber boxing. Like, we had everything. We'd knockdowns, we'd upsets. I really believe coming into this tournament that JJ McDonough was Roy's bogeyman. He's after coming through that, and I think, you know, without taking his eye off the ball, he still has a job to get done against Cullen, but I think he's overcome his bogeyman. Cullen so tall, 6'3". I think Roy's tactics will be long right hands to the body, staying on the outside and trying to bring him on. But another amazing strength that Cullen has as well is he uses his long hands, but when you get in close, he will scrap with you, and he has power as well. As we've seen, he has got the power, and when he's standing from that height of 6'3", punching down on you and bringing up these uppercuts and hooks, you know, they will have an effect. It's not going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be really tough fight.
It's going to be hard for Jack now when you have to get out of the ring now, and he's doing a quick 360 and he's straight back in again. He hasn't warmed down, he hasn't warmed up, so he's in limbo here. But he feels like he's walking out with a smile on his face. He feels quietly confident. But I just think this is a bit too high. The levels here are just going to be different. Roy is not going to be there to be hit. You know, we've seen Blaney in there getting caught with silly shots and getting hit all night. Roy Sheehan is very, very hard to hit, and if you're not hitting with him, you're not scoring. Roy is fantastic counter puncher as well, but again, it's going to come down to footwork and ring awareness, and that's what Roy has in abundance. Ring awareness. He'll use that ring to his advantage, and I feel he's going to come out on top.
You could argue that Cullen, because he hasn't warmed down, is still nearly in game mode, so to speak, that perhaps his head hasn't really left the ring yet, and perhaps because he's younger and the arms are a little bit longer, he might manage it.
There was like when I watched Cullen in his first fight against Quigley, there was a part during the second round where I thought the two guys took a dip in the energy levels, just sap, and I said these guys aren't fit. But then Cullen came out in the third round and won comfortably, and then in his last fight against Blaney, he showed fitness, and I was like, where's he getting this energy from? And he said in his interview at the end, he said, I'm still fit, I want to fight more rounds. Sometimes you need that second win, you get that second win, and you go on and push on. So he's after surprising me already. I don't think I think it's going to be hard for him to keep up with the speed of Roy, but it's about Roy's tactics now. You know, is Roy going to go and fight the taller guy, or is he going to stick to what's worked for him all night? I think he should stick to what he's been doing well all night and just win comfortably. And if he can do that, you know, he could be walking away with the last man standing prize and the money.
Yeah. Brilliant. Really look forward to this one.
What's being said to him?
To Roy, just to keep what he's doing. He's been perfect all night, punch perfect. He needs to make this guy miss, make Cullen miss and counter punch. That's what Roy's going to do. So you want to see a bit of feinting here. Make a Cullen miss and just counter. Keep it simple. That's all it's about. Keeping it simple and winning the rounds. That's it.
Scarga vec with the dish go chief. That's the dish about the can.
Yeah, Shaheen. Fred War. He Hug Neil and Butcher. Hug Vila. gone Durnally Vest and Dora Hodge. Maravi Spiker on his Tushke, on the bragging rights on top of the Dublin scale. Meragrush about the Yakanish. Hushek the girl locked on the Hinanai Kaharai Sheen, Kaharanai Shanish, Tatabina, Gildo, a Kappa Major, come on, Colin. A vertical, Shay Tragus, Keda Howley, a Tashin, Keda Tragus, T. Howley, a Taw, a Keda Coret, and Shaw, Shane College. Vertical the Keda, Ashesha, Kutagas a lot of Harry Keda. Harry Keda, so can Pakik the father, like she. Pakik Galora get annoyed. Is as Paul to the Sasta, Jack Cullen after me in the hair in the hunt for him. That's Sunday. Kinman for the night to be down the Marshall, the man, tried some tournament or the chop. As the lads were saying, it's very cagey.
Battle of two boxers. Cullen has a better reach, but I think Sheehan is a better quality boxer. I make Sheehan the favourite for this one. But Cullen as well wouldn't be as fresh as Roy because he just fought a few minutes ago, and as Kenny Egan mentioned earlier, he hasn't got the chance to cool down or warm up. He's kind of in limbo. He's doing quite well. It's even enough so far.
Sheehan caught it there.
It's a good right hook to the body from Roy Sheehan.
Yeah, beauty.
He throws that punch very well throughout this tournament.
Yeah, a lot of onion is sugar fab.
It's a really good punch. And power too.
RD as Kildare.
That's a great right hand from Sheehan there as well. Showing his class. And again, fantastic. Great footwork from
ahead already.
Sheehan is outsmarting him.
Yeah.
He's throwing that counter right beautifully.
Yeah.
Great footwork again.
Oh, bien. Ian Burnley at Tahi War, Berin the Cullen the Justin Chidden Barshane Haldi and it was Antahi Egdeen and Shosson. The Treading Mora Amateur, the Creebach Eden of Wisha. You put in Cheshin, Pardonish, good page go good. Cullen the Tiftarash, you know, how Sheehan it is, down all in the way Sheehan, Keracha, Cool second, Forky, son, gave the Vouta Shaw, Sheehan a Cantus, me and the Chamor on Cantus, Berin Cherish, Cullen. Cullen the Brano, Begarin Tusha, on Shaw. Deep Begarin that Kush, Seha second, Forky.
Boxing very well.
Beautiful skin.
Well, Sheehan's boxing really well here and showing his class.
He's given an exhibition of skill here.
Fantastic.
Beautiful it is. Calamella. Sheehan again a Hakeem. On this the Hamedu. And Roy Sheehan as RD. Thought Cullen holds the girl here.
I think he's going to stop him here.
Yeah. It's all over. It's all over. Roy Sheehan.
Fantastic. What a comeback. What an introduction to professional boxing for Roy Sheehan. Come back like this is just unbelievable. And beating an undefeated fighter in the final. With 11 fights unbeaten to knock him out in one round.
Oh my God.
It's a absolutely right over story for him.
There's the young fella going in.
Brilliant.
There's young Roy.
See his son.
That's young Roy.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Delighted for him and delighted for his son as well.
That's absolutely brilliant. I was just going to say there, just before the fight, I would have thought that they'd get a long break and the Irish light middleweight title fight between Craig and Jay Byrne and Craig O'Brien would be on, and was a little bit unfair. I think you alluded to it there, that Jack Cullen had to come out straight away.
Yeah, I think it would have given them a bit more time to recuperate and would have given them a better chance, but I think Sheehan was the better fighter anyway. Maybe they could have a rematch over a longer duration of rounds down the road, you know. Let's see, there is it must be his daughter, Roy's daughter. There's tears of joy from his daughter and his son. It's lovely to see.
And Roy Moylet is out there in the middle of the ring if he can get to him.
They're great friends, the lads.
They are, of course.
So we were all raised with them before.
Ladies and gentlemen,
here we go.
Referee called a stop to this bout at 2 minutes 48 seconds of round number 1. Declared your winner by TKO. And now, Ireland's last man standing, Roy Sheehan. Ladies and gentlemen, please hold your applause for Jack Cullen.
Roy, talk to me. What's going through your head?
Brilliant, you know. I was expecting 3 good hard rounds there. You know, Jack is very tough. You know, everything just worked to plan. What Steve told me, it worked out, caught my big shot, followed up. That's it, 25 grand in the bank.
I'm not going to ask you what you're doing with that 25 grand because you'd be afraid of the answer. Tell me, I sat down with you Christmas before you turned pro. You didn't know what you were going to do. How does this affected your life? Turning pro, getting to the final, last man standing, winning it, such spectacular style. What does this mean for you, for your family, your kids?
I still remember going up to City West and meeting you. I actually did went down to meet him, have a cup of tea with him, say, Ray, what's the story, you've gone pro? You know what I mean? But I didn't know what to do. As I had a good job. You know, my boss gave me a bit of leave from work. And only for that, like, I turned over. Here I am today. What next, I don't know.
You don't need to think about what's next. You're the king of Ireland now. You have 25 grand at the back burner. I heard Conor McGregor was watching. Have you anything to say to him? You're going to catch up.
Conor McGregor wants to go, no problem.
There you go, the king of Ireland. Well done, Roy Sheehan.
Ladies and gentlemen, your last man standing, Roy Sheehan!
Well, Eric, scenes there that would melt the snow around the country because it melted your heart watching that.
It's just, it's amazing, you know, and just to see his partner Fidelma, his kids, Sasha, Cameron, his another daughter Amelia home, probably watching this on the TV. You know, it goes back to the weeks, you know, I spoke about 10 weeks ago. He made a decision. He said, he gave up his job, and he said, Eric, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it right. Some people talk about doing it, but some people talk about training, talk about being in the best physical shape possibly, and mental shape. But he went out and done it. That's what he done. He went out and done it, and I'm delighted for him because this win and this money will mean that he can now continue as a professional boxer. If he didn't win this tournament, he'd probably end up having to go back to his job. But there was another conversation that we had, and he just said, and it was over the years, we'd be watching boxing on TV, and he'd say, Eric, you know what, I think I can beat that guy, or I think I can beat that guy. And I said, why don't you give it a shot? And he said, oh, well, I can't, and so, you know, and it was more about no regrets. That's what it was about for him. But this is going to give him an Irish title opportunity now. He's an Irish title fight as well. It'll open so many doors for him. Brilliant. Credit to Jack Cullen, I have to say as well. He gave a great account of himself throughout the tournament.
It's one thing for Roy Sheehan that, you know, to go and to talk about entering the competition, but to actually go out and do it. And he has committed himself, as Eric mentioned, for the last number of months and dedicated himself to the sole purpose of trying to win this competition. And it showed there tonight, the class that comes out of Roy Sheehan. He doesn't even believe it himself. If there was more self-belief in Roy, he could be a world champion. You've seen him there tonight, the standard. You hear he's in the ring against Cullen. His distance again is perfect. Never panicked. Picked some beautiful clean shots. Like his shot selection is fantastic. He never, look at him, nice and steady. He's never in any panic. He's always in distance. And you know, like his variation of shots is fantastic. But he's always there. He was putting the pressure on Cullen there, and he wasn't even throwing shots. But he's nice and relaxed, nice and calm, picking the shots. He knows what he's doing at all times. That solid jab there as well, keeping Cullen at bay. And he was just nice and comfortable. He was never under any pressure at all, Eric.
No, educated pressure. That's putting, you know, just putting somebody under so much pressure without throwing a punch. Doing it with your feints, doing it with your movements, doing it with your positioning. And you could see for Jack Cullen there, you know, his two opponents previously, Quigley and Blaney, when he got in against Roy Sheehan, there was a different level of speed and intensity coming from Roy. Just phenomenal. And of course, another thing what I really like to see with Roy as well, when he had Cullen in trouble, he went for the juggler. So he showed that killer instinct too, and you need that in this game.
Definitely, and that's exactly what happened when he did nail him with those few shots. He's seen that, you know, there's a wobble in Cullen. That was a great, another jab there again. And I think his jab, even though, you know, look, he's actually the smaller of the two, but he was still landing the clean jabs. That comes down to experience and distance. He's great movement there, avoiding the shots as well from Cullen. Always on edge, always ready to pounce. And when he did get the finish, it's coming up now shortly. He didn't waste it. As Eric said, he came in and there's the great right hand there. And when he did come in for the kill, he didn't let up. He let the shots off, and the ref was right to step in when he did.
Don't get me wrong, this is one of the biggest upsets in professional boxing. Like, we know Roy is like proven amateur. One fight away from qualifying for Olympic Games. European Union gold medalist in 2007. 4 times Irish senior champion, but he hasn't boxed for a few years. He went away from the game. He was retired. He was literally retired. I think the last fight he had was probably an exhibition about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and he done absolutely nothing. So he came in, and here's the finish.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Look at him. He's always busy.
Completely busy.
There's the right hand. That shook him.
Again, Cullen doesn't see those punches coming.
Yeah.
You know,
Fantastic. Here we go here now. Finishes him off here. And when he hurts him, he stays on him, as you said, Eric. He doesn't let him off at all, and he punishes him. There we go. That's the killer instinct in him, as you said.
I said at the start, it would be a smash and grab if he can perform. And that's exactly what he's after doing. He's after coming in.
Yeah, there we go there. The hands are down now. Cullen's tired. He's hurt. There's the right hand. He doesn't want to know. Turning his back on the opponent. You never do that. And Cullen, and there's Roy Sheehan taking it away and giving it to the referee to take over. Brilliant performance. And 25 grand in the pocket. Super stuff.
Look what it means to him falling down to his knees. And he brought a load of supporters here from a tie as well. Fantastic to see them getting behind. You know, getting behind Roy, because like I said, he was literally retired. He made a comeback, and he's after getting great support, after getting great sponsorship as well off some people. But yeah, it's fantastic. I'm thrilled for him, really. He's a very good friend, and he deserves it. He worked hard for it. You get out of this game what you put in, and he put in the work, and he deserves every success.
I think watching him as well, even when he did go near the ropes, he nearly danced with them and used them to reverberate back out.
As soon as you're back, as soon as you feel the rope hit your back, you shouldn't be there. You know, it's paramount. It's one of the most important things. Unless you're Floyd Mayweather, who can actually box off the ropes and entice people and welcome people to come onto you. But Roy's, he's setting his amateur ways. He's setting his boxing style movement. As soon as the ropes hit his back, he's gone. Yeah.
I think Roy is great with that ring awareness. He knows where he is at all times in a boxing ring. Whether he's against the ropes, he knows what to do. He's shifting his body mass going left and right. It's effortless in the ring. It's a pleasure to watch. And that's why I'm saying, we talk about those legs again. He always has those good legs under him. He's moving left and right. Opponents can't nail him down. And when they can't nail him down, they can't land their power shots. And if you can't land your power shots, you're laughing. And that's exactly what Roy was doing tonight. He was shifting left, shifting right. Cullen couldn't land clean. And Roy came back with those counters. That straight right hand worked a three to him, a three for him. And he nailed Cullen there, and he hurt Cullen. Now look, it didn't do Cullen any justice, only fighting. You know, that was hard as well, coming straight out of the ring and getting back in again. But that's the way the draw was. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes.
And I suppose it's very early to even go there.